What if you could turn your existing knowledge into a lead generation machine that brings in qualified prospects for your agency every single day using nothing but AI? I'm Stuart Vickers, I run a 7-figure SEO agency, and over the last 6 months, I've been using AI to create what I call self-liquidating funnels. Basically marketing systems that pay for themselves while building your email list with buyers, not tire kickers. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact system I use to create these funnels in less than a day, how they generate consistent leads for my agency, and why this might be the missing piece in your marketing strategy. Welcome to my AI funnels course. This has been an absolute game changer for me over the last few months and really maximizes a lot of the AI opportunities that everyone else is sleeping on. And this basically comes down to using fundamental marketing concepts. As SEOs, in my world, certainly we tend to get too stuck in the weeds of the technicals and not really focusing on broader sales, marketing, copywriting. And a lot of people are now taking that to the AI community. If you go onto YouTube, school, and you see all these AI gurus, they're all talking about automating all these processes. But generally, a lot of these things, they might save you some time, but they're not necessarily going to transform your business if you're not currently selling. And it's an absolute fact that the vast majority of businesses, especially agencies, consultants, coaches, most of them simply aren't doing enough sales and marketing. As the great Dan Kennedy says, when things are good, double down on sales and marketing. When things are bad, double down on sales and marketing. So if you don't have a funnel, if you don't have predictable leads coming in that ultimately result in sales, then you're getting left behind. The good news is that the AI has now made this so easy to do. And because of that, I'm now able to do months of work, literally in a day. I'm recording this course in a day as I'm sharing in my case study from my other camera. If you already have some content, if you've done some webinars, some Zoom calls, maybe some YouTube videos, as long as you have content out there, you can transcribe it, repurpose it, and turn it into these kinds of funnels. Now, these funnels can actually be profitable on the front end. Let me give you an example today. So it's only 9:30 a.m. today and I've already made $320. And if I come down here, you can see that's all new transactions. That's not rebills. Average order value is $100. And if we go over to Facebook ads, we can see how much have I actually spent to make $320. Well, currently this has obviously come from my link building Bible funnel. So conversion value is tracked at £240. So that'll be our $320. The ROAS, the return on ad spend, is 4.36. So today, this funnel is making me 4 times my money. So if I scroll over here, we'll see how much I've actually spent. I've spent £55 to make £240. So roughly around $70, $80 to make $320. Now that's not the case all the time. You can see my local SEO Bible here has also spent £40 and today it's made nothing. And that's fine, that's just part of the game. If I take our time frame back and let's do maximum, then let's get an idea of that ROAS. The link building Bible is returning 1.46 on average, so that's breaking even, that's fine. The local SEO Bible, 0.82, so that's running at a small loss. £5,000 made. How much have I spent to make that £5,000? £6,247, so just over £1,000 of loss. That's over several months, but it's important that you remember the point of these kinds of low ticket funnels is not necessarily to make money on the front end. You can, and certain people do refine and optimize and can absolutely do that, but ultimately you're still going to be selling these low ticket $20, $40, $60 products, in which case you're not going to go to the moon with that. Now it depends on your market. I've heard of examples in, for instance, the dating niche, where a $50 dating guide absolutely can sell to millions and make millions. But if you're in more of a sort of niche, B2B niche, as either an agency, a consultant, generally what I recommend everyone does, you don't really want to go for mass market, you want to just go for small, focused, and highly profitable. Well, in that case, you've got far more to offer than just these low ticket products. So what these low ticket products allow you to do is to build up an enormous email list at zero cost. We call this a self-liquidating funnel. It basically means you can spend $1,000 a day and get back your $1,000 a day, maybe even a little bit of profit, and then end up with hundreds of people on your email list. Now, those people in your email list, not only are they good free leads that you've covered the cost to actually acquire those leads, but they're actually leads who have already got their card out and bought from you. And that means they're much higher quality. I know from experience, I can do YouTube videos. My YouTube videos get hundreds of leads for every video, but then you go through those email addresses, how many of them actually buy from you? You get a lot of fake contemporary email addresses where they're just trying to get the resource. And just generally, if you're giving away something for free, then the kind of people you're attracting are obviously the people who only want free stuff, so they're much less likely to actually buy from you. Whereas in this case, we're filtering and qualifying. Not only are we covering the cost, or at least most of the cost of our ad spend, but the leads we're getting are much better because they are only buyers. So that means with automated email sequences and indeed single campaigns and launches, we've got far more likelihood of actually making money down the line from these leads. And trust me, you can email these leads really aggressively. So I generally try and send an email every day, not always with a full pitch, but the fact is my average campaign to my email list, the unsubscribe rate is 0.3. And that's basically the highest it goes. That's for a really pitchy email. So many people hold back on emailing their list because they don't want unsubscribers, especially if you're paying for them. But the fact is, if they're unsubscribing, they're probably never going to buy from you anyway. Whereas if you can have this machine, the system in place that's consistently generating you these leads every single day, then you can afford to lose more leads. And that means you can afford to send more emails. Now, the point I'm getting to with this is you can absolutely make money with these kinds of AI funnels, but you're probably less likely to truly get rich out of it. So if you want to make a few $1,000s a month and just replace your day job, that's absolutely possible with this. But really cultivate those back-end offers, whatever it is they are, whether it's consulting, group coaching, services, anything like that. That's all really good. But generally, most of the people who are running these kinds of campaigns, they do have some sort of super high ticket backend. So I'm not going to cover too much of that in today's course, because I really just want to get this idea of how you create these funnels really quickly and easily that are profitable on the front end, just using AI to do most of the legwork for you. But if you do want to take all those leads you're getting every day and turn that from a $3,000 a month income stream to a $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month income stream, then you need to look at high ticket. And now the point is there, generally you will be able to identify your more profitable clients from your funnel, because a percentage are always going to buy more from you. But even then, there's going to be a very small percentage who just want more and more. If you can nurture that list correctly and you have a clear value proposition in your offer, so something that helps with health, wealth, relationships, and you can position yourself as the expert who has got so much more to give, someone is much more likely to succeed if they actually sit down on a call with you every week, then that's where you can get into this territory of the $5,000 a month or $5,000 90-day program. And if you scale it, you might even be able to do the 10 or the 20K super high ticket program to just get even closer to you and get more of your time. So when you hear about these 6 and 7 figure coaches who send a couple of launch emails and make $200,000, that's generally through one of these high ticket programs. Because of course, if your main headline offer is 5 to 10 grand, then you don't need to sell a lot of those in order to make $200,000. And of course, fewer people are going to buy them. But if you've got this machine in place that's bringing you leads every single day, then it just becomes a simple math equation. Whether it's 1% sign up for your high ticket or 0.5% sign up for your high ticket, that still works out. You're still making money. And that's why you can ultimately run these potentially at a loss. So in this case, I'm losing 20% on every sale of the local SEO Bible. Of course, we're trying to fix that, but equally, I'm not switching it off because those are still valuable leads. And I'm still making back 80% of the cost of actually acquiring that lead. So all you need is a few people to buy a higher ticket offer, and that completely covers all your losses. But as demonstrated, plenty of the time, you may well not actually have losses, especially early on in a campaign. So if you're able to keep on spinning up these kinds of offers, then you can keep them profitable on the front end. Your biggest enemy here is time and fatigue. If you've been running an offer for a long time with the same ads, then generally your costs do go up because your most receptive buyers, the people who are most likely to buy, have already been targeted and they're getting used to your offer. They're no longer stopping scrolling when they see your ad. So you literally can just run out of audience potentially. But in this case, £5,500 spent, £8,000 made. So stick with the course and I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. Now, what I've shown you today is just the tip of the iceberg. The complete AI funnel system includes the exact AI prompts I use to create professional lead magnets in under an hour, my proven funnel templates that turn visitors into qualified agency prospects, and the Facebook ad system that consistently delivers $50 to $80 cost per qualified lead, and complete technical walkthroughs so you can have your first funnel live this week. This is the same system that's generated over 200 qualified leads for my agency in the last 6 months. Normally, this would be part of my $997 premium program, but I'm making the complete AI funnels course available as a standalone training for just $197 for a limited time. However, I'm only keeping this offer open until Friday. After that, this training goes back into my high ticket coach. If you want predictable lead generation running for your agency, click the link in the description below. The agencies already implementing this are booking 3 to 5 strategy calls per week from their funnels. So what are you waiting for? Click below and get started today.